again, YouTubers. So this is a review on a product that I purchased from Hakuhodo, and it is a brush, and this is the packaging. And the brush that I purchased is the S111, and I did purchase the version with the more expensive or top of the line handle. The handle is very pretty, and this is what the brush looks like. Now, the reason I'm doing this review fairly early on after receiving the brush is because there were a lot of comments / controversy, I guess, on my haul video, which I will post the link to below, where I purchased this brush. And I'm going to start by saying that a lot of, like, this was my own fault. Like, I did not research enough before I purchased this. Like, I get it, like, but it's kind of interesting and funny to me. And it was basically based on a couple things. The first thing being the fact of the matter that I purchased this brush and I had the intentions of purchasing it to replace my blush brush. Okay, and this is what my blush brush had looked like. And this is their brush, okay, which from here looks very, very similar. Not so much this way, okay? Now, one of the things was the fact that this brush, when I received it, I'm going to show you what it looked like so you can see. It came in 2 packages, and it was fairly simple and fairly easy. Whoops. Dropped it. And this is what it looked like. This is what it came in to me for a $100 brush almost. Pretty crappy. Okay, I'm going to start by saying that. This is what the brush looked like. And it came inside of this box. Again, this box, pretty crappy. You can buy these at any craft store. I mean, obviously they wouldn't have the name embossed on it, but I'm sure that's not crazy ridiculous to have that done. So to me, first of all, the packaging is pretty crappy. I'll kind of go through as I mention things too. Packaging on this is probably a 1 out of 5. I think it's pretty crappy how it came, and I'm not impressed at that part at all. But what people had said was basically that I should have known by looking at this that this was not going to be a replacement for my blush brush. Now I'm going to put my blush brush in this exact same packaging so you can see what my thoughts were, and then I'll explain a little bit of that. Is essentially this blush brush that I already have, and I've had for a long while, so it's had plenty of time to fluff out and get, you know, crazy fluffy. This is what it looks like in the packaging. Not holding the bristles down, not doing anything. You tell me. How different do you think these look? So essentially, I got it. I looked at it in the packaging and thought to myself, ooh, it doesn't look quite as big, but I'm sure it'll fluff out. So I got it out, and it didn't fluff out. So I then went on to the website to kind of look into it, because I was like, for $95 plus shipping, they don't do free shipping, so you pay for your shipping. So the brush plus the shipping for $100, I'm going to go and look and see what the return policy is. Yes, I should have looked beforehand. I'm fully aware of that. And that I am saying is my fault. I get that. I have no qualms about that whatsoever. So with that said, I went on to the website and looked it up, and they said absolutely no returns on opened products. Or no, it didn't say absolutely no returns. It said no returns on open products. Well, there you go. I was already out on that because I opened it, because it looked like the brush that I thought it was going to be, because when I got mine, it was kind of flat like that. So, and then I noticed a note that said that they would accept returns on opened products that had not been used for a 20% restocking fee. So I thought to myself, okay, I haven't used it. Let me email them. So I emailed them, explained to them that I had purchased the brush that I thought was going to be a blush brush. It, however, was not, and that I was interested in purchasing a blush brush. However, I wanted to see about returning this, that I had opened the package. However, I had not used it. I sent them my order confirmation so they could see as well. I had just received it that day, so it's not like I was out running around with it for 2 weeks and could have possibly used it. I just got it that day. They saw the shipment. They saw that it was signed for, so they knew that. I sent all of that information to them, and they wrote back to me and said, we do not accept any returns on open products. And I said, I understand that. And I copied and pasted their little thing that says something about, you know, unused with a 20% restocking fee. And I said, I have not used this. I just received it today. Oh, that was when I then showed them my tracking information and showed them where I had gotten the package and this, that, and the other. And they basically wrote back to me and said, sorry, we will not accept a return on this product. Why? Your website says that on an opened, unused product, you would for 20%, which I was still not sure if I wanted to do that for 20%, but I guess 20%, you know, at least I'd get some money back on this. So that being said, I was like, fine, whatever, I'll start using it. So I started using it, and I do use it under my eyes to set concealer, but I don't want to spend $100 on a brush to set my concealer. I wouldn't have spent that on it. So that is the first issue. The second issue is, as I showed you, people were saying, two people primarily were saying that I should have read the description. What I said in my haul was, I wish they had more photos of the brushes. All they tend to have is a picture of the brush like this, and then one sideways, and they have dimensions on it. Now they do give descriptions as well, and the description for this is round and flat. Kind of a contradiction in terms, but whatever. So yes, it is round and it is somewhat flat. All right, maybe that should have been a red flag, but I don't know. I wasn't thinking flat like this. Like, I don't know. And that's not flat either. I don't know what. I was picturing like a flat brush, like those bronzer brushes that are like a fan brush type of thing, like flat. So anyway, I get that it's my fault. I get that I did not read the description. I get that I did not do enough research. I get that I did not read the return policy. All of those things I get. But I still think for a company that is supposedly so great as this, that also, by the way, supposedly makes brushes like the Tom Ford brush and things like that. And people said, when I showed my Tom Ford brush, which is my bronzer brush, they said, because I said, I'm not buying from Hakuhodo again. And they said, ha ha ha, you already did. You bought a Tom Ford. Yeah, but guess what? If I don't like it, I can return it. Can't do that here. So that's where all this interesting like comments were. I get all these things. I get that I made a mistake, but I was simply saying that I personally will not repurchase from this brand, because if someone is spending online somewhere they cannot go into a store to see a product, I don't care what your descriptions are. I don't care where your company is based out of. If you are selling to the US and you are selling a product that is that expensive, you should have some form of return policy, and or forget the return policy, have some customer service. Have someone at least that is willing to be polite and possibly answer an email in a nicer way than what I received. I felt like how I was treated was crap. I'm not going to support a company that was treating me crap. Like, no way. Why should I give you more money? So yes, I bought this. Yes, I will probably use it because I spent the money on it, so I might as well use it. Better to use a $95 brush for under my eyes than not to use it at all and have it sit in a drawer. I will say, I think the handle is nice and it's pretty, but I'm not like wowed by it. I'm not like, oh, this is so great. Yes, the bristles are soft. They're very nice. It seems to be made well. I don't think it will shed. I do think all those things are great. But I think if they had simply said to me, sure, send it back for the restocking fee, I probably would have bought a bunch more brushes from them. But they treated me horribly, so I'm not going to buy anything else from them, and I'm not going to support them. So that's all I was trying to say in my haul. I wasn't trying to say anything bad about the actual brush. I do think that $95 for this, there's nothing that, I mean, the brush is kind of cool and it's kind of pretty, but there's nothing that's like, that's what you paid for. I feel like there are other brands out there, and I'm getting Makeup Forever ones, and I have a Tom Ford that is made by them, but guess what? If I didn't like it, I could return it. And I have a Marc Jacobs one that is amazing, and both of those, if I didn't like something about them, I could have sent it back. So I know this turned into a little bit of a rant, and I'm sorry about that. But overall, I think the brush is very nice. I think it is very soft. I think it's good quality. It feels substantial. It feels like the ferrule is on well. I think that the brush itself is a nice product. I think the brush itself is probably a 4 out of 5. I definitely think it's good. I personally don't like the gold ferrule, but it's just a personal opinion. But overall, for this product, the company is crap and the packaging is crap. I just don't like it. It's nothing. It's a 0 out of 5 for me. I will not repurchase from them, and I just won't support a company that treats me like that. And that's all it comes down to. So I hope you guys found this little bit of a review rant helpful. I hope it cleared some stuff up that you might have had questions about in my haul. And let me know if you have any questions whatsoever, and I will answer them below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.